It's travel time again to the country located in the eastern Himalayas, the country that measures gross national happiness. It is considered to be the happy country. Yes, that's Bhutan. Predominantly a Buddhist nation, having a combination of monarchy and democracy, this country conserves its natural resources as if it is their treasure. We have taken a flight from Delhi to Paro via Kathmandu, and now we are flying over the beautiful Himalayan range. At the Paro airport itself, we saw glimpses of the Bhutanese architecture. Our first day is in Thimphu, the capital of Bhutan. This city has the Himalayan backdrop everywhere. It's so beautiful. On our first day, we have come for a short trek to the Tango University of Buddhist Studies. It's a simple trek route with beautiful picturesque landscapes all around. We were also accompanied by the beautiful Himalayan birds. We have reached almost half now. With a further trek, we have now reached the top. Taking a glimpse of the Bhutanese culture here in this Tango Buddhist University. These are the paintings showing some mythological stories. This is the meditation hall. This university is on the mountain top and you can catch glimpses of the Himalayan peaks. There is a small museum in the premises, but you're not allowed to photograph or video inside. On our way back, we could see the beautiful Himalayas and also these birds in activity. This rock painting was something different. The landscapes here are simply mesmerizing. A walk in the local markets was a little bit of fun again. The most convenient mode of transport in Bhutan is the local taxi or the public transport. Local taxis come at around 2,500 to 3,500 rupees per day. 3-star lodging in Bhutan costs from 2,500 to 4,500 rupees. On the second day, we are visiting the Royal Takin Preserve, which is the breeding center of the national animal of Bhutan, that is the takin. It looks like half goat and half cow in shape. The local mythology related to declaring the takin as the national animal of Bhutan dates back to the 15th century. A Tibetan saint by the name Drukpa Kunle, popularly called by the epithet the divine madman, is credited with creating the takin with its unique features. The next visit was to the Buddha Point, where this gigantic Shakyamuni Buddha statue is constructed in the mountains of Bhutan, celebrating the 60th anniversary of their fourth king, Jigme Sengye Wangchuk. The statue houses over thousands of smaller Buddha statues, each of which, like the Buddha Dharma itself, are made of bronze and gilded in gold. This statue has a height of 177 feet. On the third day of our Bhutan trip, we are heading towards Punakha. But before this, we are taking the opportunity to visit a few of the handicraft factories and the local handicraft schools in Thimphu, Bhutan. look at this unique way of reuse of things. Next was the visit to the handmade paper making factory. Next we are driving now towards Punakha, which is a 3 hours drive from here, and on the way we are stopping at the Dochula Pass, which is 16 kilometers from Thimphu. The Dochula Pass is a mountain pass containing 108 memorial chortens or stupas known as Druk Wangyal chortens. This mountain pass is at the elevation of 10,171 feet. We are traveling here in the first week of April, and yet the weather here is quite cool. We are again starting our journey onwards towards Punakha. The weather is cool and a little bit of rain is making it simply amazing. With the sun and the rain playing together, we were lucky enough to spot a beautiful rainbow in these mountains. We reached Punakha, Hotel Vaiti, by almost 3 p.m. where we are going to stay for the next 2 nights. Hotel Vaiti was a well-maintained property with a nice, well-maintained garden, a beautiful place to unwind and relax. We were welcomed by the beautiful Himalayan birds on the trees near this hotel. We spent our entire evening watching them in these beautiful trees and also relaxing with the view of these amazing mountains. The 4th day has begun with this beautiful sunrise in Punakha. We witnessed these beautiful snow-capped peaks getting lit up in the morning rays. As the sun rose a little, the small village in Punakha looked even beautiful against the mountain background. Our first visit for the day is to the famous fertility temple here in Punakha. It's a short walk, 15-20 minutes from the main road, crossing through the fields in the beautiful landscapes. While walking, this beautiful hoopoe bird crossed our path. A short climb and we reached the temple. The second place on today's list is the Punakha Zong, which is located near the beautiful river. Hundreds of fish were gathered in the clear waters below the bridge. There were huge beehives at the entrance of the Zong. The Bhutanese people consider these to be a symbol of luck and prosperity. Inside of the Zong, there is typical Bhutanese architecture and the paintings. After the Punakha Zong, we visited the largest suspension bridge in Bhutan. Our day ended with the soothing views of the clear river water. The next day in Punakha was another short trek to Khamsum Yuli Namgyal Choten. There were beautiful valley views along this route, also accompanied by the pine trees. Around an hour's route from the base, this trek route was quite simple. We have reached the Chotain and it has a beautiful decorated entrance. On a tree nearby, there was a playful little bird. This Chotain had the highlights of the beautiful Bhutanese architecture. It has 3 floors and we could climb up and see the lovely Punakha valley views from the top. Taking the same route, we came back to the base. From there, we could see the Chotain from where we had just descended. On our way back to the hotel, we stopped to see the beautiful tree in full bloom. On our way back to the hotel, we could see the beautiful scenery of this Punakha Valley, along with the famous Punakha Zong. On the next day, before going to Paro, we are traveling towards the Chilala Pass. When you enter Bhutan, the visa on arrival is free for Indians and is valid in Thimphu and Paro districts. If you wish to go to Punakha or Ha Valley or for that matter any other area except Thimphu and Paro, you will have to take a separate permit for the number of days of travel that can be obtained in Thimphu. Between the Ha Valley and the Paro district is located this highest motorable road in Bhutan at 13,000 feet. This is the Chilala Pass. In this first week of April, due to the altitude of 13,000 feet, there is some snow still remaining in this area, which is quite soothing. After a short stopover at this place, we are now driving back to Paro. On our way, we could see these beautiful yaks. And this baby yak was even more beautiful. After a 3 hours drive, we have reached the Paro city and we are enjoying the views of the Paro Valley. These type of prayer flags are something which is very special to Bhutan. You will find them everywhere. This is the top view of the Paro airport where normally all the international flights land. The nature and all the cities of Bhutan are well maintained and there are a lot of penalties if you violate any of the cleanliness norms. We stayed at Hotel Khamsum in the Paro Valley with a beautiful view of these mountains and the clean river. On the last day of our stay in Bhutan, Paro, we are going for the most awaited trek in Bhutan to the Tiger Nest Monastery. Also called as Paro Taksang, it is a prominent Himalayan Buddhist sacred site and the temple complex is located in the cliffside of Upper Paro Valley in Bhutan. Trek route is around 6 kilometers one side. The difficulty level of this trek could be categorized as easy to moderate. For those who find it difficult walking or trekking, they can use the pony services available at the base of this tiger nest. The pony services cost around Rs 500 per head one side and it goes only up to half of the distance. Picturesque landscapes accompany you throughout the trek route. The cool weather, the Himalayan mountain ranges surrounding you, and the lovely clouds in the greens. All this was simply beautiful. Last patch of the Tiger Nest Monastery are stairs, and quite a lot of them. You have to cross a number of them before you can actually reach the monastery. There's this waterfall just before the monastery. This is the tall, huge cliff on which the monastery is constructed. As we reached the Tiger Nest Monastery, we could see the route by which we came here. The views from top of the cliff were really lovely. We could also see the entire route from the base to the top. This was our last destination to be visited in Bhutan. If you visit Bhutan with the tour operators or guided tours or package tours, then you may not like Bhutan as much. So try trekking, walking and going up high in these mountains. The real beauty of Bhutan lies in its beautiful scenic landscapes, the greenery, the flowing rivers, and everything that nature has to offer. So, if you are a nature lover, then go, hike, walk, and trek in Bhutan and enjoy this beautiful country.